Meanwhile, Secretary of State Marco Rubio responding to the attack from Sunday with a warning saying, quote, all terrorists, their family members, and terrorist sympathizers here in a visa should know that under the Trump administration, we will find you, revoke your visa, and deport you. Former acting DHS Secretary, America First Policy Institute Executive Director, joins us now. Chad, as you look at this subject, would it have been possible on anything in his background to think that there'd be a red flag here and keep an eye on him? Because for 20 years he's in Kuwait. He's originally from Egypt. Here comes on a tourist visa, overstays it, but he's not really committing any other crimes that we could tell.
Yeah, look, Brian, I think there's a number of breakdowns in the system here. One, there probably should have been a lot better vetting before the United States let him in on that tourist visa. Then he overstays his visa. He applies for asylum, right? So think about that. You come here as a tourist visa, and then all of a sudden you're scared to go back to your country. I think obviously that needs to reform. And then he overstays his visa, and no one comes and checks on him. No one says, hey, why did you overstay your visa? What are you doing here? The Biden administration has no enforcement on visa overstays throughout their 4 years. So there's a number of things I think that obviously DHS and the State Department need to look at. And I know the Trump team is very serious about enforcing visa overstays as well.
Well, yeah, we're going to see what happens from here on in because we had to stay ahead of the curve. Also, is it too much to ask to put special scrutiny on Egypt, where we're friendly with the government, but that's where the Muslim Brotherhood started? And when people come over from Egypt, we might have to give special scrutiny to countries like this, right?
Well, absolutely. Look, this is why important and enhanced vetting is really important. And the Trump administration has made this a priority since they came in January. And they talk about, obviously, extra scrutiny for student visas. But all visa applicants need to be thoroughly scrutinized. And we really need to understand who's coming in and for what purposes. And so a lot of, cursory vetting and cursory checks on both tourist visas, business visas, and others happen all the time. And I know the Trump team and others are very serious about actually doing some enhanced vetting so that we understand who these individuals are, what their backgrounds are, and what their intentions are.
Right. What about what he said about their families? So, for example, should his family be deported now because of the act of the dad? He's got 5 kids. Why are they still here? Should they know that if you do something like this, your family can't stay either?
Yeah, I think all that should be on the table. And I bet, law enforcement investigators and others are taking a look at those family members, trying to understand what their ties are. And I'm sure the Department of Homeland Security will be involved in that, as well as FBI and others. So absolutely. Look, all of that needs to be on the table. And I think the Trump team, and I know the president has said this on Truth Social, you need to send a consequence and you need to send a signal that the United States is not going to just, roll over and allow this to happen time and time again. They need to come after this individual and any associates and anyone else that's involved in this.
Yeah, we're down at double digits at the border. But if you're from one of these terrorist haven countries and you're crossing the border, I mean, that should be special scrutiny there. And I know when you were in charge, that there certainly was. And now the border's better than ever. Thanks so much, Chad Wolf. Appreciate it.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.